Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today I want to talk about another Super Mecha champion Mecha. And today's Mecha, as you can see in front of you, is called Gabriel. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, Gabriel is considered as a burst and a snipe type of Mecha. Okay. So, when okay, what is this transform? Okay, so this is basically the transformation, like after his secondary weapon is activated. This is what it looks like, and without that it looks something like this. Okay, yeah, this looks really cool. Anyway, let's talk about its ability. Now when it comes to the ability, let's talk about the durability. This mecha has a very low durability of 2100, additional shield of 500, total 2600 durability, but obviously shield recovers and durability doesn't recover. It has a fuel of 100, and that's basically it. Okay, now this is the primary attack. The primary attack has a total clip capacity of 10, and it has an attack frequency of 1.3 shots per second. Reloading time is 2.3 seconds. Okay, and this is the sniper cannon. So this form, as you can see here, okay, this is the sniper cannon or the secondary weapon. So when you use the secondary weapon, it will have a recharge time of 2.5 seconds and a total saturated damage of 820 damage, which is a lot actually. And this is the total fuel consumption of 20 fuel per jump, and this is the tactical, or let's just say dashing capability or warping capability of this mecha. Has a cooldown of 11 seconds. Okay, now when it comes to the mods, okay, the mods of this mecha, this is the following mods which I have given this mecha. So I have given this mecha reload rate of 4 of them, 4 reload rate, as you can see here. So 4 reload rate, 2 combat skill cooldown, okay, and 2 secondary weapon cooldown as well. Okay, so overall what you are getting is 12% of reload rate cooldown and 3.2% of combat skill cooldown and 4% of secondary weapon cooldown. So I have basically gave 3 types of cooldown to this mecha. Okay, and why is that? I'll be talking about the rest or especially the module in the training ground. So without further ado, let's go to the training ground. Okay, so since we are now at the training ground, let's summon this. And let's talk about core 1 and core 2. So what is core 1? Core 1, as it is said here, deals 12% more damage to target with fully charged sniping. So when I use the secondary weapon on any of the mecha, then what will happen is once the secondary weapon fully recharges, then it will do 12% more damage. Okay, now this is called the spiral missile. The spiral missile is basically for the primary weapon. Normally this is a short, as you can see here, but when I use this, it will become a spiral. So if you want to do spiral or let's say double the amount of damage, only then you will be using this. But truth to be told, this mecha is not meant for the purpose of short range or even mid range battle. This mecha is mostly for a long range battle, and because of that reason, you'll less likely to be using the primary weapon and you are more likely to be using the secondary weapon, which is why judgment is more important here than the spiral missile. Okay, done. Now for the attack module, same thing, except if you want more clip capacity, the better, or if you want to do more damage to the shield, then it is also better. Now the question is, why select either of these? Okay, both of these are good. Okay, like if you are the type of player that extra shield doesn't matter because the damage is so high that you can basically break the shield as fast as possible, then obviously this penetrating blast is no much important. But if you want to do continuous amount of damage to the enemies, then obviously this laser energy bank is important. For example, let's just say I have selected this. Okay, now look what happens when I shoot. as you can see here, these bullets actually drop. So you are using the secondary weapon, but you are using the secondary charge weapon, okay? But the clip of this or bullet or whatever it is called, it is coming from the primary weapon. So let's say you have already broken the shield, but now you are thinking about, okay, what happens if after 4 shot the mecha is not dead? I will need to shoot the mecha many more times, right? Then what can I do? So obviously from that point of perspective, having more ammo is better. But if you are the type of person, okay, I want to shoot the shield first as possible, this is also a very good option. But there is no need, because in the large energy bank, what will happen is you will get more clip capacity, but also at the same time you will be putting out so much damage that the shield will be broken in one hit only, okay? So from that point of perspective, having more clip capacity is gonna be more important than having this penetrative blast, okay? So that is basically it for this attack module. Now let's talk about this defense module. Now when it comes to the defense module, what will happen is after teleporting you will be receiving 25% less attack, okay? And this one is energy tag. Energy tag is basically gonna give you the ability to see the enemy's mecha or even enemy pilot's location, even if they were to hide behind a certain object for 5 seconds. Obviously this is a very good thing, because what will happen is sometimes they will be hiding behind a tree and you might not be able to see them. But if you were to have this, then at least you can attack them through the tree so that they will get damaged, okay? And from my point of perspective, obviously since you are not going in front of other pilots or other mechas to attack them, obviously having this energy tag is gonna be more important than this blind warp, okay? Now last but not least is the rapid charging. Now here's the thing, this mecha is basically a queen type mecha. A queen type mecha are mechas that can go to higher platform or a very large distance very easily. So from that point of perspective, if you want to have a higher advantage in taking care of enemy, then obviously having higher range is going to be a better option than this charging speed. Now what do I mean by that? Okay, let's say this mecha is a queen type of mecha that must need to be on a higher platform to watch over other enemies, okay? Then what are the methods that it must need to follow? So in order to do that, let's say I am going just a little bit higher, okay? Let's see, I don't want to jump into that place, okay? Okay, I'm just stepping mini step to see, okay? So let's see, that is about 127 meters away. So the thing about this mecha is you can basically go to that higher platform in just a matter of 1 second. So obviously having a higher ground will give you a better idea of where the enemy mechas or the enemy pilot will be. So from that point of perspective, having a long distance warping capability is going to be more important, okay? But also need to be careful because this is a stadium and that thing is extremely thin, which is why I actually didn't know what is the maximum place that I should be falling into. Okay, yeah, this is basically my fault. So if you are capable of going on top of a very high platform, then you will be able to see where your enemy's mecha or enemy pilot are coming from, and before they even get near to, let's say you, when you are playing solo or let's say you are playing with other teammates, then you will be able to lower their health a lot by the time those mecha come towards your other teammates, okay? So from that point of perspective, Gabriel is a very good mecha which you want to be using on a very long distance platform, okay? Okay, finally up here, and because of that reason, having this hyper warp is gonna be more important to you than the charging speed of this mecha, okay? Now the charging speed of this mecha is already high because I have given this mecha 12%, sorry, not 12%, 3% secondary weapon recovery. So from that point of perspective, it should be a little bit faster when you are sniping other mechas, okay? And also, if you are capable of hitting the other mecha's weak point, then you will be getting about over 1200 damage per hit. Okay, so as you can see here, I am hitting the mecha's head, and mecha's head are basically the weak point, and because of that I am doing a large quantity of damage. Now there is no need for you to actually fully charge it. Even after, let's see, even at 60% charge, you can still do a large quantity of damage. Okay, so from that point of perspective, even if you were to not have this charging speed, or let's say rapid charging not activated, you are still gonna be able to take care of those other mecha as quickly as possible. And obviously, by the time they notice you, you will be taking care of them from a very long distance in such a way that they will have no choice but to hide. Okay, so this is basically the benefit of this mecha. Now the thing which I said at the beginning of this video is that whatever you do not engage in mecha combat directly in front of the other mecha, because the durability and the movement capability and even the shooting speed of the primary weapon of this mecha is not actually very good. So if you want to survive any attack against other mecha, okay, using this mecha, then the first thing you must need to do is to make sure that whatever you do not engage other mechas head to head. Okay, and that is basically the thing about this mecha, that this mecha is the best sniping mecha in the game. Like even though Raven is considered as the secondary option for Gabriel, okay, the thing is Raven is nowhere near as good as Gabriel. So that much of a complementary this mecha is. Like this mecha will have a very higher chance of surviving the less it fights against other mecha head on. The moment you are using this mecha to fight any of the other mechas head on, then what will happen is you will have a very low chance of surviving. Now let's say for some reason your enemy mecha is coming in front of you. What can you do? Well, you can do the following thing, but it's not going to be that much useful. Rather, it's going to be useful for a short period of time, and that is basically speaking, whenever they are trying to shoot you, jump and shoot them back. Jump and shoot them back. By doing so, you will at least be able to damage them and taking as less hit as much as possible. So as you can see here, that Arthur is trying to attack me. So the moment it attacks me, I basically try to jump to avoid its attack. So that is basically what you guys might need to do. Okay, so as you saw all of those things, now let's talk about the tier list. Now, because this mecha is capable of jumping to higher platform a lot easier, it doesn't need to be a certain building to actually jump to its highest platform. That is the main reason why I have rated this mecha as a queen class mecha when it comes to the movement. Like when it comes to the movement, this mecha is no less than any of these other mecha. It can go to any other places very easily. Okay, now when it comes to the survivability of this mecha, however, the survivability of this mecha, if you were to use this mecha as the way it should be, like from a very long distance, then you will be having a very easy time surviving this mecha using this mecha. Okay, but if you are planning on using this mecha in a front battle, okay, or let's say battle on the same platform, then what will happen is even this mecha here, okay, even this Firefox here will be able to destroy this Gabriel a lot easier. Okay, so you must need to be careful when you are doing that. So from all of these, all I can say that Gabriel is a very good mecha in the long distance combat only. Okay, but when it comes to a short distance combat, or let's say combat on similar ground, then what will happen is this mecha will be destroyed by even the D class mecha, which I have just shown you easily. So if you find this video useful, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icon to get more of this type of topic on a regular basis. Thank you and see you again next time.